Oh. This is such a good one.
Open up, you open up.
Hi guys, I'm Hannah.
I'm Sadie.
And we're not straight. Welcome back to our Prelationship series.
Yes.
Part 2. Today, we're gonna go over my journal entries from the month that we weren't talking. So to set the stage, for those of you who haven't seen our relationship series, it might be a good time to watch it. It's like a 5-part thing, so if you don't have time, we'll do a quick recap. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I was supposed to be Sadie's wedding singer,
I was getting married to a man.
and about a month before the wedding,
Mm-hmm.
they called off the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I broke up with my boyfriend, and we decided we wouldn't talk for a month while we tried to figure out
What to do.
what to do. Which led to a lot, as you can imagine, a lot of very angsty, emotional journal entries because I couldn't actually talk to her, and I had just broken up with my own boyfriend, and I was a mess.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So I started just folding over the corners of ones that had notes about Sadie in them, and then I realized I had gone about 30 pages and they were all folded over. So it was like my personal to-do list, my work to-dos, and then just included all of my love thoughts as well. So it's all kind of sprinkled together. The first wonderful piece here, I wrote down each of the days of the week until we were allowed to talk again and started crossing them out each day, one at a time. This is a recurring theme. This will come back later. This is how desperate I was to talk to Sadie. I just started watching the calendar like a hawk.
Yeah, and what I think is so funny about this is that it was my idea to not talk for a while so that I could kind of like get my head straight, and I thought I was like taking you out of the equation so you wouldn't like influence me, and I didn't realize that I couldn't like take you out of my own head. So you still were. But I am horrible with rules. Like, I'm not the kind of person who does something, like I'm not the kind of person who can keep a planner and then check things off a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write things in a to-do list and I'll check them off for like 3 days, and then the 4th day I won't have anything checked off and I'll be frustrated, so I'll be like, I'm not going to do any more to-do lists, and I'll abandon it. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of, that wasn't my philosophy, but there were like a couple things that came up that I needed to talk to Hannah about. Mm-hmm. A couple of work things and whatever, and I was like, during those conversations, I was like, how are you? And she was like, good.
I was like, no, you told me a month, and a month it shall be. Because those are the rules, and if we don't have this, then what are the rules? Right? Like, that's where my head was. So of course, I'm like, all right, 31 days, here we go. Okay, the next note. I am nervous and excited, and I just want to hang out. So wholesome.
That's so charming.
It was like day 2. Just want to hang out. I'm like, I just want to hang out. That's all.
I just want to hang out.
Just want to hang out. That's it. I'm just nervous and excited, but I just want to hang out.
Okay, but we were friends. Like, we hung out.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out.
Well,
lot.
yeah, that was my point. Like, I really was just going through like best friend withdrawals.
Yeah.
Wow. It really escalates quickly from there. Next page says, I already know that I love her, so what's the difference?
I don't think I've read that part before.
It's a big one. And then I go on a rant. And then I say, maybe there isn't one. Maybe I've known this all along. She's my person. She's my Sadie. She's an incredible staff member. She's my #1 fan. She loves when I sing her to sleep. She cares about health and fitness. I know. And loves to be active. She's half vegan, deaf's at least pescatarian.
Are you pretty upset about that?
She's so lovable. Everybody instantly likes her, and it's hard to imagine otherwise. She's drop-dead gorgeous.
Thank you.
And she's great at showing appreciation. So yeah, we kind of went from 0 to 60 there.
I know. We went from like you being super stickler about the not talking for 31 days and to I love her.
Well, I'd
Thank
always
you.
loved her. Next page. Sadie, I miss you.
I missed you too.
We're riding a roller coaster here. And then the entire lyrics to Give Me Love by Ed Sheeran, just written out in cursive. It's very emotional. And then the entire lyrics to Sea Breeze by Tyrone Wells, which was another song that was requested for the wedding, but it's all in cursive.
Wait. What does cursive have to do with intention for me?
Just feels like
romancy,
romancy.
like old-timey love letters that
Old-timey
you find
love.
in a shoebox
Yes.
decades later.
Yes, except they're just lyrics that someone else wrote, and I wrote to myself, but to you.
Got it.
The next page just says, the first line, distraction, distraction, distraction. I wonder if it worked.
Wait, you were trying to like give yourself a distraction?
Yeah, or looking for one.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
if you just write it enough times, you'll be thinking about something else. And then I wrote, I'm having a hard time thinking about anything else, and I just want all of this in between to be over.
What was it between?
Between best friends and who knows.
Guess we'll have to find out.
Oh, goodness. Oh my gosh. And then on this page, Sadie, I think I just want to see you. We don't have to say a word or do anything. What was I picturing here?
Wow, so dramatic.
We just sit face to face and nothing happens and then we say goodbye. Is that what I was?
No goodbye.
Oh,
Don't
and
say anything.
And then the start of my mantra that will come back later at the bottom of this page. I am not anxious. I am not worried. It will all work out just fine.
Did it?
Oh, and then that's the whole rest of the next page. Is just repeating that over and over again. I clearly wasn't anxious or nervous.
Wow, you were manifesting though. Before hashtag manifesting was like a thing.
Apparently. And then all the other girls here are stars. You are the Northern Lights. If any of you have seen our cover of Kathleen, this is a shout out to that song. Apparently, of course, in cursive. And then on this page, just do it, Sadie. Come home and hang out. I am la mas impatient. Really, we couldn't tell by the rest of the words. I don't know how much longer I can do this not talking thing. Who knows what day we're on, by the way. These are not dated, so this
Day
could
two.
be like, it really could have been day one still at this point. It's hard to tell. And then at the bottom, this isn't fair and I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. How am I the only one who is totally out of the loop? It is so, so, so dumb. That's this piece.
I'm sensing a little anger.
Yeah.
Like we have a lot of mutual friends, and so a lot of our mutual friends were talking to both of us, and it really was just Hannah and I that weren't talking, but it was motivated by my thinking and like my needs. Like that was what. Did she just fart?
No. You okay, honey?
Oh my god, I don't remember what I was saying.
So in short, I knew all my emotions. I just didn't know Sadie's. And I think Sadie knew most of my emotions as well. So I felt like the only one who was in the dark here. And the anger continues with, this is my least favorite game in my least favorite month. And I just want to talk to you because clearly I'm not able to stay away. And then I go back to quoting Give Me Love by Ed Sheeran, just mid-song. I pick up the lyrics. Still Ed Sheeran. The next page features another calendar that I've handwritten, but dates instead of days, and I've crossed out each of the days. Another calendar.
You couldn't flip back to the pages before?
No, apparently not. And then, I'm sorry if I seem impatient. I don't know if I'm apologizing to myself, to the journal, to you. But I wasn't really talking to you.
No, we weren't talking at all.
And then, dear Sadie, this one's bad. I don't want to be your experiment. If your intention is to fix things with him and get everything back to normal, then I'm out. Sincerely, me. There's so much anger.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure out if it's an experiment. We're like
Stay tuned.
almost 2 years into the experiment, but we'll see how long it goes.
We'll see. Oh gosh, I'm so hurt. Oh.
This is such a good one.
You say you respect me. This isn't the best way to show it. Oh God, daggers.
Like, in my journal, you'll hear more of this, but I wasn't interested at all in making the selfish decision that just because I think I want to be with Hannah, I'm gonna jump into it before I've been able to like really work through everything with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't think it was fair to tell Hannah that before I'd had a chance to tell him how I felt. Like, definitively, this isn't gonna work. And that was still something that I was actively working through. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what I want, but I've been with this person for almost 5 years, 4 years, and I don't want to just like snap my fingers and be like, okay, like I've had this other feeling and now I have to move on. And so I was really trying to like distance myself from Hannah for that reason and to like kind of clear my head and get my thoughts straight and everything. And I didn't feel like in the long run it would be respectful to our relationship either to jump into it before I had had a chance to really kind of wrap things up, I guess, with my previous relationship.
So all this to say, I didn't know any of this, and I was operating on the information of like, we called off the wedding, we don't know what's happening, we might stay together, we might not, it might be a postponement, if you can sit tight, I'm not going to talk to you for a little while, I'll talk to you later. So I'm like, I have like nothing to go on.
Yeah.
Which was, like, overall the most respectful decision, definitely, for Sadie. But I was so, like, blindsided and then left in the dark that it felt really isolating.
Yeah.
But then apparently I do a 180, because then I say, Sadie, I am in this, and I want to do it when you're ready to do it, and not before then.
Thank you.
It was BS. I was trying to, like, talk myself into that. It's definitely not real. I don't think anything else in my life has ever felt as right as this does. That's a leap. It's right there in the middle. At the top, I want to be with you, but not like this. And then...
For what it's worth, me either.
And then, no, you can't tell me my emotions are too much.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah. You said... Thank you, Shell, for your support.
Okay, wait, what did I say?
So we had to talk about work, and I was like, my emotions were bubbling over, and you told me that you didn't have the capacity to deal with any of my emotions at the time, and I went off. I was so angry with you. This was like the first time we had talked in weeks, and I was trying to express my frustration and anger, and you were like, I can't talk about this.
I think I was... Wow, I really don't remember that. I think I was, I only remember how I felt at the time, and I felt like I can't talk to you about anything super real or anything between the two of us because I will overshare and I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to put myself in the position where I feel, like, tempted to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But again, that was just like an inner dialogue. I was like, she's gonna be mad at you and she's not gonna know why you're doing this, and that's just how it's gonna have to be, and you're gonna have to just take it because this is what it is.
And this is all I've got. I can tell you like where I was sitting. I was sitting on the sidewalk outside. Like, I sat down on the sidewalk. That's how like dramatic I was being. Okay, but then, do I love you? I've always loved you. If you don't have the capacity to deal with my emotions right now, come back when you do. I sound like a middle
schooler.
I mean, this whole journal sounds like a middle schooler. I
So-
was 24.
I feel like I have the capacity to deal with your emotions now. Can we circle back or?
Sure. I think that's what this is, actually. And then another calendar, and then playing it cool at the bottom. I was playing it. So cool. So cool.
It sounds like it.
And then, is that song The Mountain by Prosek? Remember that guy's name is?
Yes.
That entire song. Oh, geez. It gets real. Hey, Sadie, I can't make it 5 minutes without thinking about you. This is the sort of thing that happens once in your life, and I can't believe I get to live that out now with you. I can't describe it well enough, but I just keep thinking, this is it. How do some people make it all the way to 90 without ever getting to feel this way? I'm pretty sure this is the best stuff. This is the last one I bookmarked, I think, because this was once we had already gotten together.
Oh.
This was like the end of the journal, so who knows how much time passed between like this page and this page. But I think, excuse you,
It was listening for so long.
Siri knows everything. But I think that kind of wraps up my experience of the month of silence, as we will now call
the
it.
month of silence.
The month of
So
silence.
good.
The month of angst, the month of crying on the sidewalk. Oh, poor little Hannah.
I feel bad for that, Hannah.
So pitiful.
Not pitiful. You were totally in the dark, and I put you in the dark. I whipped up this, like, hurricane of confusion, and then I was like, peace out, I gotta do this on my own. And I was like, all right, me too, I guess.
And I was like, I'm not anxious. I'm playing it cool. I'm just going to count down the days.
In 7 different spots in my journal.
Yeah, and quote every song that's remotely romantic that I know and write it all in cursive. So there it was. There you have it. That was my journal. Super embarrassing. Thank you for joining us. And maybe next time Sadie gets to be embarrassed.
I will share some highlights from mine. This is, I might add, the first time I've ever journaled, not ever, the first time I've journaled consistently since high school. So I'm not the type to write my thoughts and feelings down. And this was a time of desperation and reaching for anything that could provide me some sort of guidance.
So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're being so nice.
This little cutie got a new harness that currently is way too big and looks like a bulletproof vest.
Michelle dog.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.